Hey everybody, it's Dave and Bo. We're out here in the garden already. We've got a beautiful bloom coming up on the genetic dwarf peaches and also the nectarine, which is right next to it. This is really the best part of this plant, is when it does come into bloom like this. Genetic dwarfs have never been really great as far as the fruits have been concerned, but they were kind of almost this fad thing in the 1970s and 80s, where we had these people who wanted fruit trees that did really great in containers. Bo's doing okay. She spent some time in the vet yesterday because she wasn't feeling well, and so she's still a little lethargic today, but she did great. And it was really wonderful too, because you know, she started out as a stray cat. She's not used to people or anything like that. So she rode in a box, rode in a car, and had other people around her for the very first time, and she did great. So she's got some shots, and she will hopefully be recovering really smoothly and very, very soon. So anyway, as far as the garden goes, not a whole lot has been done. We just had some rain the past couple of days, and we've got a lot of roses that are budding up. Not quite blooming yet, but look at all these buds coming up on like perfect moment. A lot of beautiful stems, and look at all the red growth on Legend. We've got the white Westringia over here. We can see some irises in the background there. A lot of buds on Gold Medal. This is really such a fantastic rose as well. Very disease resistant, easy to grow, and really one of the best yellows, and I'll say yellow in quote because it does bleach pretty quickly, but very fragrant and quite a tall grower as well. Gold Medal will get about 5 to 6 feet tall. It is listed as a grandiflora as well, so you're going to get blooms that are not only single like the hybrid teas, but also in clusters. Over here our almond bush is leafing out. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and zoom into a couple of the items here. We got a little bit of bloom here and a tremendous amount of new growth coming out, so I'm very excited to have that being a mainstay in the garden again. More irises. I'm so pleased with the multi-grafted fruit tree over here. The daffodils, they've gone ballistic. Look at how many blooms are on these tufts. Over here is Lynn Anderson. And not a whole lot going on over here. I still love that Pittosporum beach ball, the Caprosma mirror plant. And Bo was over here. There she is. Hello, Bo. Over here, still waiting for some leaves on the flowering apricot. All the other plants are doing really well. You can see the carex that I planted just a couple weeks ago. A lot of blooms as well on the iris nata. We did have one bloom, but it got kind of destroyed by the rain on the red rose there that I can't remember the name of. Look at the flower buds on the apricot and some leaves leafing out as well. Over here we've got some little bit of foliage, buds swelling on the Acer palmatum sangugaku. And this, I can't wait for it to leaf out. This is one of the more vigorous Japanese maples. So it's gonna get maybe about 10 to 15 feet tall here. and it's going to be just beautiful fall color. Look at all the blooms on the Westringia. And I apologize for any background noise because it is windy after this rainstorm. Look at the tulips that have bloomed. And we've got a whole bunch of scilla bulbs coming up. Over across the yard, you can see how much it rained when there's water in the old pond area. We have the Elizabeth magnolia showing off with the bloom. Erigeron, or Santa Barbara daisy. Up here, we've got our Japanese maple bloodgood. A few buds beginning to swell, but other than that, not a whole lot. This is one of the colder parts of the yard here as well, so it's going to take a little bit longer for these to leaf out normally. Got beautiful fern and some Irish moss, French sorrel. Back here in the back is lamium, and that's going to be creeping along. On the other side of the cypress is pink clover ground cover. That is a Wilma cypress as well, so it's going to stay kind of compact. And also one of the roses from the Antiques Rose Emporium I planted here as well. So we've got some liriope. I'm going to plant one more here because I'm transferring these from the rose garden because it was just too hot there for them. Over here, we've got some foliage leafing out already on the waterfall Japanese maple. The gardenias are looking good. I need to spend a little bit more time weeding back here, but I did a whole bunch the other day. Makawi Yetsubusa is the variety of Japanese maple back here. The Heliotropium. I'm going to put this Wandering Jew multicolor, tricolor back here. The Clivia is still in bloom, looking beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 major blooms, so can't go wrong with that. We can also see a lot of the liriope silver dragon coming back, and another bloodgood maple. I'm going to do a little bit of pruning on the ligustrum to keep it in its pom-pom shape. Most of the daffodils over here are done. We've got Yarrow just looking terrific. That's, I mean, really come back strong for its second year. Shasta daisies. Needless to say, the hyacinths are pretty much done. I need to come in and do a little bit of pruning on the Shishigashira because I kind of overlooked that this year. And I spoke too soon. Look at that. A third bloom on that hyacinth. It's amazing. And this has been in the ground probably 7 or 8 years. Columbine. Dahlia's looking good. I'm hoping there will be some blossoms. It looks like there may be in a few of these, definitely here. The pittosporum has an orange blossom fragrance. Still can't wait to find out what that is back here. Look at the dendrobium orchid here, and the other orchid is doing okay as well. We've got a little bit of Alstroemeria bloom, the osteos. We've got a scilla back here that's opening. Excuse me while I stand up. A couple of tomatoes that got knocked down. And I do not know how this got like 3 feet away. It wasn't that windy. I believe that is Orange Dream, Japanese maple there. and then the forsythia. So this is my first year with forsythia, so I'm really excited to see how that's going to grow. I need to come through and take the dead blossoms off of the lycosium. And I think that's about it. We have more scilla over here. The pansies really got beat up hard from the rain. We actually had a pretty decent rain for a few hours. Daylilies are looking good. Have a whole bunch of daffodils coming up here. Those are the later ones that I planted. And then we still have a few blooms. I would at this point call these off blooms on this magnolia. Look, those coming to greet us. So you can definitely see how much this tree is filled in just within the past couple weeks. And as soon as we get a warm spell, I mean, that just leaves out like crazy. So I think I'm gonna end the video today. We'll do a little short video, and I'm gonna bring Bo back inside because it's a little cold. And I will see you all next week. Have a great week and happy gardening.